We're going to be talking about the Jeep Cherokee Buyer's Guide. This is from my experience and what I've went through with these Jeeps and what other people went through and their experiences. Right off the bat, you want to pick what you want. Do you want the older body type, or do you want the newer body type, or do you want the newer body type with the older front clip, because it's all interchangeable. The only thing they swapped from the older ones to the new ones was the taillight, the hatch, the front clip, and the interior. So you can do what I did and get a 98 and put an old front clip on it, because I hate the looks of a newer Jeep Cherokee. That's just me. But it just depends what you want. But here I'm going to tell you what to look for, what not to get, and what to be aware of. Now, from 84 to 86, you want to stay away from the Cherokees altogether. They had a V6. I know what you're going to say. Oh, V6. Them things were junk, and they're almost impossible to put a 4.0 in. You can do it, but it's a lot of work, and it's just not even worth the time. So you want to stay away from those right off the bat. Anything after that, like 86 to 90, I want to say 90, was a Renix year. Now, a lot of people love the Renix year because, you can tune them a little bit better, but they do have sensors. They have sensors, and one of those sensors fell. You can't just pull up to, advanced auto and be like, hey, can you check my computer? You just can't do that because there's no way to check it. You just got to throw parts at it and, other things. But some people love the Renix years. Me personally, I stay away from them. I don't want anything to do with them. Now, from 91 to 96, my favorite year is a 95. That's when they first put the airbag in there. But then again, I had a 95 that ran amazing, and it went 350-some thousand miles. But then again, they added the airbag in 95, so I try to step it back to 94 without the airbag, because that's the ultimate wheeling vehicle. There's no airbags. You don't have to worry about all that junk. But 90s, okay, my opinion, from 91 to 95 is, if you can get one in good shape, get it. There are good Jeeps. I mean, they last forever that year. You even get one every once in a while, like a Laredo or a Country or something, and it looks like they're not even rusted out hardly. Now you're probably saying, well, he said 96. Now, 96 is a bastard year. It's when they switched to OBD2, which your cars nowadays have, where you can plug a computer in and diagnose it and see what everything's doing. That's the year that everything was in a kind of a bastard year, because it has everything the older style. They look like the 95 and down. They look just like it. They look like the parts will fit. Actually, the fuel pump will not interchange with the older ones. It's a bastard fuel pump. It has the newer throttle body, not the older throttle body. It's just, I had one where it was kind of like, had wiring issues a little bit, but it's not a big problem. But I had some problems finding some parts work, because some of it was a bastard year. Just depends what you get. My recommendations is just stay away from 96. Some people love them. Me personally, not me. Now, this is where we're going to talk about the 97. Begin to change with the Cherokee. The better front clip, the new interior, the different seats, the different lift gate, the different taillights. Stay away from 1997 Jeep Cherokees, because they have horrible wiring problem. Every 97 Cherokee I've ever seen has wiring problems. My buddy had one that had wiring problems. I had one that had wiring problems. My buddy bought one. I told him not to buy it, but he bought it anyway. It has wiring problems. You get your ones that don't have wiring problems, but I would say 50% of the 97 Cherokees have wiring problems. That's my opinion. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate, like, I got a 97 Cherokee, I got a 96 Cherokee, and it does just fine. I'm just talking about my experience, and I've had a lot of them. I got a field full right now. I got 6 of them for parts, So I messed around with them a little bit. Now, my favorite year The best years I think were when you get into the newer style is from 98 to 99. Um, that's just my opinion. Now, when you get into 2000 and 2001 Cherokees, they have a casting number of 0331, the head that is, that cracks. They will crack, they're known to crack, and that's just something you got to deal with. Now, a lot of people love the newer Cherokees because they're not as rusted out as the older Cherokees, but then again, they're not, in my opinion, as good as the older Cherokees, 99 and down, because they have the horseshoe intake. They don't have a distributor no more. They got individually coils on top of the plugs. It's just not something I'm into. It's more electronic, more powered down in my opinion, and more smothered with electronics. So I try to stay away from 2000, 2001s, but I would like to find one maybe for my wife to drive because it's a little bit nicer. You know, something, it's not really meant, that's when they started making vehicles for luxury, in my opinion. So when you get into the newer years, I would try to stay to 98 and 99. I have a 98, which is my green one with the front clip swap, but I still get the luxuries of a newer Jeep, and it's not even rusted out. Models have different things, tow packages, but the Cherokee, the molding of the Cherokee never changed. They just changed the interior, like the dash and seats, and the front clip and the hood and the bumpers. That's all they changed. Pretty much everything will interchange. That's the best thing about a Cherokee. Everything will interchange pretty much. Now, I always get the question, will an older motor fit in a newer Cherokee? And a lot of people are like, no, it doesn't fit. You can actually make it work. You just take your sensors off and put it on that motor. That's a whole nother video. I was just here to, show you a buyer's guide. Like and subscribe.